Okay. Okay, Jeffy. Here we go. Here we go. All right. What? Here we go. What? Here we go. What? Here we go. Okay, ready?
Don't know what that was.
That was Pep. Oh, jeez. Heavens to Betsy. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
Board games.
And
Board gamey things.
yes, we are here today with another installment of our top 50 board games of all time. Coming at you today with numbers
From our basement.
From our basement. Oh no, Albie's got his toy. We are coming at you today with numbers 30,
40
to
31. No, 30 to 21.
30 to 21. So we've already done 50 to 41 and 40 to 31. So today, 30 to 21. We have a really hard time with numbers, but it's fine. I went first last time. You go first this time.
Okay, don't look.
I can't see it.
My number 30th favorite game of all time is Clank. But I'm going to say specifically Clank in Space because I think I prefer Clank in Space to the original Clank.
Just as an FYI, last year on Jeff's top 10, Clank was number 9. It was also my number 9, and it has completely fallen off my top 50.
Wow.
Yeah.
I still really like Clank.
I do too, but like if I would not pick Clank over other games. But anyways, go ahead.
Fair enough. Clank in Space is a re-theme of the original Clank, which is a deck builder.
Escape the Dragon.
Building your deck in order to move your character down through a dungeon to get treasures, to steal a treasure from dragons, and to get some other loot, and then to escape back out of the dungeon, essentially. Clank in Space just changes the theme to being more based off of you're on a spaceship. It's got different elements to it and a bit more of a modular board, but basically the same premise. I'm very shocked it's in
I'm shocked at you. I thought it would be higher, lower.
Like out?
Yeah, it fell out of mine. My number 30 is Honey Fuzz.
This is exactly where I thought it would be.
Really?
In this, this
because we just
high 20s world.
We just started playing this game. I've been waiting for this game and wanting this game forever, and it didn't disappoint, even though we played it wrong. I still love it. It's adorable. It's a bee worker placement game that also has like tile placement and resource gathering and selling and objectives and all of this stuff. Listen, the bees have figured it out. We're just sitting on all this honey. Why don't we make some money off the honey? Money, honey. Don't call me honey, honey. I love it. It's my number 30. It is beautiful. I need all of the deluxe components.
I literally was just going to say we should order those today.
We should get those today.
Before we keep forgetting to
Yes. Anyways, that's my number 30, and I'm obsessed with it.
Not surprised. It is not on my list. My number 29 favorite game of all time is one we've not played in a hot minute, and I would love to play it again. Falls into that realm of next time we have people here, I would like to start pulling out some of these older games. That is Western Legends. Which was another game in my top 10.
It was your number 11 last year.
Just outside.
Just outside.
Western Legends is a Western-themed, objective-based game where you can do multiple different things in order to score points. You can play poker, you can wrangle cattle, mine for gold. You can do other cowboy stuff. You get to choose whether or not you want to be a good character or a bad character, and those inherently come with different bonus types. And there's a sheriff that is constantly going around this map. I love Western Legends. I really want to get some of the expansion content for Western Legends. If we had played it more, it'd probably still be higher on my list.
We didn't play it once last year.
I absolutely adore this game, but it's been a product of Cult of the New, unfortunately. But that is my number 29.
It's a great game. I do like that game. But yeah, we didn't play it at all last year. Not one time. Not even once. So my number 29 is Radlands. I love this game. We've only played it once. We got the super deluxe version. I had an internal battle with myself for months on whether or not I should get this game, and if I got it, should I get the deluxe version?
I'm very glad you came to this decision.
Because the player mats it comes with are amazing. But like Jeff said in our last video, this is a game that was made for us. So this isn't inherently just a Jamie game or just a Jeff game. This is a Jamie and Jeff game. It is a card dueling game, and the artwork is amazing. The colors is like neon, and it's very like futuristic.
Steampunky.
Is it really? It's not really steampunk.
No,
it's more
sorry.
like
if you've played Borderlands, that kind of art style.
I love it. I love this game. I know that the more we play it, it's going to just
100%.
shoot right up because
100%.
it's
This game's going to be a massive hit, I think. My number 28 favorite game of all time from Lucky Duck Games is Destinies. Destinies is a campaign dungeon crawler game wherein each chapter you will play a different character that has a different destiny to fulfill, and you need to explore the land, talk to NPCs to figure out exactly what your objectives are in order to complete your destiny, and you're doing this by exploring this really cool world that they've curated. I love Destinies. It is an app-driven narrative. One of the best gaming experiences I had last year. I need more of it.
There's only 3.
Yeah, it just seemed very short, which is fine. It is a very well-priced game for what it is, and it was short, and I need more of it. If I had more of it, it'd probably shoot up my rankings, but
it's not on my list.
Not surprised. Jamie hates it.
I do not hate it. I like the game, but I just like it because I'm not good at it, which affects how I feel about games. My number 28 game is Horrified from Ravensburger. This is a cooperative game where you are trying to defeat the universal monsters. We do not have the new version, so this is strictly with the original Horrified. What?
I really would have thought that would have been closer to your top 10.
You think? I don't know. Maybe we just need to play it more, but like this is the kind of game that we only play really during like spooky season. We just don't play it a ton. I think if we played it more, it'd probably be higher, blah, blah, blah. I say that about every game, but I do love this game. I love the theme. I love the universal monsters. This game is beautiful. It's stunning. It's gorgeous. Probably the prettiest game you ever saw. And that's my number 28.
My number 27 favorite game of all time is from Somewhat Roxley, Somewhat Self, and that is Dice Throne. I absolutely adore Dice Throne. We just got a chance to play for the first time with one of the Season 2 packs, which was Tactician versus Huntress.
Yep.
Dice Throne is Battle Yahtzee. You're throwing dice. Why? Why do I do that every time?
I don't know. It's funny, though.
It's Battle Yahtzee. You're throwing dice and just trying to attack the other player with manipulating dice and pulling out card abilities and yada, yada, yada. I absolutely love Dice Throne. It's also one of those games that was just perfectly designed for Jamie and I.
Yes.
We love it a ton.
And this was number 6 last year on your top 10. My number 27 is a game that Jeff has already talked about, but not this video. From Thunderworks Games is Role Player. I love this game. It is very, very thinky. It is so much thinkier than it looks, I think. And also there's like a million dice and they're very pretty. So I love it. I'm very, very excited to play Role Player Adventure because I also know that we are going to love that. I care less, I think, about the character creation aspect of this and more just about optimizing what I've got going on in front of me.
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
There's so much dice.
Yeah.
So many triggers. Yeah.
It's basically a big puzzle.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I like it, because I like puzzly games.
My number 26 favorite game of all time is a card game. You've somewhat alluded to it already on this list, but not directly. And that is Fantasy Realms. Fantasy Realms is a strictly card game, set collection-y, where you're just trying to produce the most points you can with the cards in your hand that all trigger off of other cards that you might have in the deck or in your hand. And you just go back and forth collecting cards, building out the best possible hand that you can. That doesn't sound overly exciting, but for some reason, it works. And it works incredibly well. Fantasy Realms is a game we constantly go to when we're looking for something quick to play, and maybe space is limited, or we're up on the couch watching TV, and it's like, hey, let's play a quick game of Fantasy Realms. Love it. Can't say enough good things about it. That is my number 26, Fantasy Realms.
I'm very surprised that that's not higher on your list. I was expecting that to be at least top 20, but that's okay. My number 26 is a game that I love, and it is a game that I have never won. It's adorable.
I know it is.
I love it.
As soon as you said I've never won it.
It's Sheepy Time from AEG. Is that what you thought it was?
Yep.
I love this game. It's so, so fun. It's a push your luck game where you're going around this like little board and you're jumping over a fence trying to escape a nightmare, and you're pushing your luck because if you don't jump the fence, you got to keep going. You could be caught by the nightmare. So anyways, there's a bunch of things going on in this game. It is super fun. We've played it at 2 2, we really like it. But then we played it at 4 and it was even better. This is definitely a game that I would bring out like as a party adjacent
Very
game.
good table presence in terms of enjoyment and people getting involved and, you know, being like, what are you doing? Oh my God. Like, excitement level.
It's so fun. I love it. I love it. I highly recommend it. Sheepy time. Beepy time.
Not on my list, but great.
What is on your list, Jeff?
My number 25 favorite game of all time probably could have been, this was a very, very, very difficult one for me. That is Camel Up 2nd edition.
25?
25. Camel Up is one of our favorite games to pull out to people, with people that might be new to the hobby or want to just really have a fun experience. We've instilled some house rules to make it a little bit more enjoyable. Not that it wouldn't be on its own, to up the experience.
You can't just play Camel Up. You gotta like play Camel Up. You gotta get into it.
Camel Up is a game that we have fun every time we've played it. It never fails to hit with a group. I think it runs the spectrum. I think you could be a heavy gamer and enjoy it. I think you could be a brand new to the hobby and have a blast with it. It will always, I think, find its place on this list for me.
My number 25 is Downforce. You've already talked about this one. It is a racing game where you are racing Formula 1 cars. I don't know anything about racing, but I love racing games. Like I love racing games. I've actually played this probably way more than you have this year. I play it on BGA all the time. Anytime someone posts up a Downforce game, I will always join. And we just got our copy. I'm very excited to play it, and I'm excited to play it maybe at a board game weekend because it's fun at 2, but I think it's way more fun with more people.
Definitely.
Inherently, I think those games are. But that is Downforce. I love it so much. We need the expansions. Stat.
Yep, I love Downforce.
I love Downforce. I'm very good at it. I'm very, very fast.
My number 24 favorite game of all time, shocked me a lot.
Oh.
It didn't shock me that it's on the list. It shocked me when I played it that I enjoyed it as much as I did. That is Mind Management. Mind Management is a hidden movement, bit social deduction-y game wherein one player is playing as a recruiter and is ripping around this map trying to recruit people around this city. It's based on a comic book, which I haven't read. And the other people are trying to find that person, you know, through clues and hints and that sort of thing. And we've played this at 2-player, which has been great. We've played it at 3-player, which was also great. I don't think I'd want to play it at any higher player count.
3 is perfect.
I think 3 is perfect. It gives 2 people that can kind of bounce things off of each other and the one person that's hiding and moving around. I prefer to play as the person hiding and moving around.
Yes.
Mind Management, I think, is going to be on a lot of people's lists. It's been a fantastic game. It just hit super fun. Highly recommend it.
You'll probably hear about that one again.
Yeah.
Who's to say? My number 24 is another one Jeff's already talked about, and that is Ghost Stories. I love this game. And it's crazy to me that I love this game because it is so punishing. It's an overwhelming game because you're like, okay, we got this thing, and then suddenly everything just starts piling on, and it's just like chaos management, but it is so fun, and I love the theme, and it was a game that I had never even heard about, and then Carlo and Dylan from All You Can Board mentioned it.
Yep.
And I was immediately like, oh, I want that game. And I love it. And this is a game that we will probably bring out at least every spooky season.
Definitely.
And hopefully more. And maybe one day we'll even earn our badge of honor.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully.
There was one time we were like, oh, we did really well. And we cheated.
Yeah, we cheated. We didn't mean to cheat.
We didn't mean to. It wasn't on purpose.
Oh, we certainly did it.
My number 23 favorite game of all time is a game that Jamie absolutely despises. This is a game that would likely fall in my top 15, I think, if I was able to play it more. It is a Uwe Rosenberg game.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to say.
It is about feeding your people.
That's just life.
That is Agricola.
It's a game of life.
I absolutely adore Agricola. We've only played it a few times, and Jamie absolutely despises this game, which sucks because every time I play it, I love it. It's super punishing. Action selections are very difficult. Feeding people is very difficult. It's not an easy game, but I love it. I wish I could play it more.
Well, let's get the big and small creatures.
See, but I want to play the normal game.
Okay.
My number 23, Agricola.
Agricola. My number 23 game of all time is going to be way, 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 way higher on Jeff's list, and that is Scythe. I do love this game. It is one that we have played so much, and then we stopped for the longest time. And then we played it again this year after taking probably like almost a year break from it. And it was just like riding a bicycle.
It still hits.
It still hits. It's still great. I've never not had fun playing this game. Never. Like, I love it. It's so, so great. I think the only reason it doesn't sneak up higher on my list is maybe the theme.
I can't believe you don't like the theme inside.
What is the theme?
Dystopian,
farming,
alternate reality, industrial.
Probably because it's not
You're
cute.
ripping around with mechs.
I know. I don't really know what it is. But anyways, I still love this game. I do really, 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 really
Listen,
love it.
I get it. I'm a staunch defender of that game, and you'll find out why in the future. My number 22 favorite game of all time, Castles of Burgundy. 22. Castles of Burgundy is an incredible two-player game. Yes. I will play it at higher player counts, but I really, really love it at 2. I don't even know what the theme is, and I don't think it matters. Placing dice in order to take tiles to put into your duchy. And all of those tiles have different building types, which trigger different abilities and do certain things in order for you to score points. Yeah. And that's basically what it is. You're just trying to score as most points as possible. I love Castles of Burgundy. We haven't played it a ton lately because we don't own it. And we don't have the copy anymore because Zach came home and took all of his games back. Probably a game we should buy.
We definitely need to buy that. My number 22 is one that Jeff already just talked about, and that is Mind Management. Oh, God, this game is fun. I love it. I love it. I love both sides of it. I love being the recruiter when you're hiding. I love being the rogue agent when you're trying to find someone because you're always off. It's like when you're the recruiter, you feel so clever. And when you're the rogue agent, you feel like dumb. Yeah, but dumb, but like funny. Because you're like, okay, I gotta try and figure this out. Even though you have no idea what's going on. You can kind of figure it, like, you'll start to piece things together, but if you make one wrong guess at the beginning,
it can be very difficult.
Yeah, and then like you're going through the whole game and you're like, are you here? And they're like, no, and you're like, what? Anyways, I love this game. And then you have
to basically start all over again.
Yeah, it's just like, it's a hoot. There's an entire system in this game that we haven't used yet.
Kind of campaign-esque.
Called the shift system, and I feel like if we had used that,
probably would be higher.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
So apparently, according to me, if I had only played all of these games a little bit more, they'd all be higher. So I don't really know.
No, I think that's fair. There's definitely some. I think we both would state that.
Yeah, I think so.
My number 21 is a game Jamie has already mentioned, and I think it's a bit of a travesty that it's that low on her list. That is The Initiative. Not really sure what else to say that Jamie hasn't, but The Initiative has just been one of the best experiences that we've enjoyed together in the board gaming hobby. Very beautiful comic book that comes with it that drives the narrative of the story, and some of the biggest like wow moments we've had in gaming.
Wow.
I'm not exaggerating. Initiative's just a great code-breaking cooperative game that...
I just freaked out. Sorry, there was a fuzzy that went like in my eye.
Just hit incredibly well for us.
Good choice, Jeffrey. So my number 21, the last one for this list. I don't know. This has to be on your list somewhere. Another game by John D. Clare.
You can't read on my poker face.
And that, anyways, it is Space from AEG.
Not on my list.
Really? Oh my God, what is on your list? I actually don't know.
That's the best part.
That's crazy to me. Anyways, Space is great. I love John D. Clare.
I also love Space. Great game.
Yeah, it's basically like you're rolling dice and you're putting dice. I don't know how to explain it.
You're rolling dice. You're slotting ships into ports on your board.
To a base.
And all of those ships have a dice number associated with it. And when you roll that dice, you get to trigger. You get to trigger the ship.
The main reason I wanted you to explain it. Anyways, and the best part about this game is that there's really like no downtime. You're watching other people as they roll their dice because you can take actions off of their dice as well, and you can activate your ship basis. It's so fun. This is another one that we have introduced to so many people. If you are like new to the hobby, this is one that we would typically kind of bring out as almost like a second step, not a first step.
Yeah, it's a bit thinky. There's a bit,
but a second step.
There's some thinky moments. For
we love dice rolling and everything, and I love John D. Clare. I love what he does. I love this game. That is my number 21, Space.
I love Space.
Those are the next 10 games in our top 50.
We're getting into the bread and butter now, people.
20 more games to talk about, so that will be on Thursday. We will have our numbers 20 to 11. And then next Tuesday will be our final top 10. And then the following Thursday, we have a very special top 10 from Kyle.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Kyle. Exciting stuff. Now, if you're interested in buying board games, like any of the 30 that we've already talked about, you should first start by checking your friendly local gaming store. And for us here in Halifax, what is it?
Boardroom Game Cafe.
I'm sorry, what was that again?
The Boardroom
Yep.
Game
Yes?
Cafe.
That's right. Yeah. I almost forgot because
Okay.
we never talk about it.
Right.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see,
Please subscribe.
we hope to see you again soon.
Now we say
Goodbye.
later days.
Goodbye. I don't know why I keep doing that.
I don't know.
All right. Another day.
Another day, another dollar.
Futuristic. What was that face?
Snappy.
Ay, ay, ay. And that cat is going to drive me crazy, just as they do in every video. What number are we on? I'm out of breath because I ran. Is it on my eye?
It's on mine.
It's on my eye. I'm the chosen one. It's never on my eye.